didn't do the little things that could give you a chance to succeed against a quality coach team like theirs. They shot the ball extremely well. We did not locate their shooters in transition in their half-court sets. They did a great job of moving the ball. I know at halftime they had 20 assists, and I'm just looking, they had 36 assists. That's phenomenal. We just got outclassed, outplayed, and we have to try to find the will to try to come back against Senegal on Monday and have a chance to win one game in this World Cup.
Thank you, Coach. Dar, just your thoughts on the game?
I mean, I think Coach said it all. Man, it's a good beating. Like, it's something you got to take. I think we got to take it and roll with it. I mean, we just got to come out and play harder next game. We got Senegal next, a team we really familiar with. We just got to have some pride, man, and come out and play.
Thanks, Dar. We'll now open up the floor for questions. If you can, just raise your hand and also introduce yourself with your name and affiliation. Right here in the middle.
Thank you. Andrew Johnston from FIBA TV. Dar, obviously a tough night tonight, but perhaps talk a little bit about the experience you've had with this Jordan national team, right through the qualifiers and now to play in a World Cup as well. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot. Just running with the team. I've been in the team maybe like 2 years now. I got along with all the players, their families, and just the country of Jordan. It's pretty good, so it means a lot. I've grown to love the country. You know what I mean? They took me in as one of their own. So, it means a lot. I'm trying to represent it like I'm from there. You know what I mean? I have that flag on my jersey. I'm out there playing for their national team, so I'm treated just like that, like it's the state. So it means a lot.
Right here in the front.
Wang from Xinhua News Agency. So my question is for Tucker. In Jordan now, is basketball kind of growing? So usually in what league do your teammates play for right now?
Say it again. What's the
What
question?
league? What league does some of your teammates play for?
Oh, most of them plays in the Jordan League. We have one or two play in different leagues. Myself and Dewary plays for Fenerbahce in Turkey, one of the best teams in Europe. And where Zuzu plays.
Zaid Abbas played in China for a number of years, but he played in the Jordan League last year.
Yeah, but I think it's growing as far as like the love for basketball is growing. I think that's growing a lot. You have a lot of little kids is more so looking up to the players and myself. So I think it's growing. It's going to take time. I think it ain't there yet. It's more so soccer or football, as they call it. But it's growing.
One more here in the middle.
Coach, you just mentioned Zaid Abbas. Perhaps talk a little bit about the experience of coaching Zaid, what he's meant and continues to mean to Jordan basketball, and the sort of sacrifice it takes to continue to operate at that level.
Well, I was fortunate to coach Zaid in China. I was coaching, and he was on my team for 1 year. So I had him at a much younger age when he had a lot more athletic ability. He could do a lot more. This was 6-7 years ago. And Zaid is our team captain. He's a professional. He comes ready to practice, get out there. He's a no business type player. He's one of 2 players, or 3 players, I should say, that have played in 2 world championships from Jordan. He played in 2010, was a big part of that team. He's kind of on the back end of his career. I think, he's only maybe got 1 or 2 more years, he's told me. So having him on the team gives us some stability. And you probably haven't seen the best of him in this tournament because he's coming off a serious Achilles calf injury right before our tournament. So He only joined us 2 or 3 weeks before we started. But I love him as a person. He's one of the best people you'll ever meet.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the second part of the press conference, Canada and Jordan. A reminder, just please silence your cell phones if you can and keep the middle aisle clear. We'll get to questions in a second. First things first, we'll introduce Nick Nurse, head coach of Team Canada, along with player of the game, Kyle Wiltshire. Nick, I'll just ask you just for some, I guess, your thoughts on the performance today.
I mean, I thought our guys did a good job. Took a real professional approach. You know, we're trying to play tough defense as much as we can and share the ball on offense. Play a driving and kicking out to three-point style offense, and today that was going pretty well, obviously. And I'm just glad. I think every guy we put on the floor went out there and played with some energy, some focus, and the real professionalism.
Thank you, Coach. Kyle, same thing to you. Just thoughts on the game and your performance as well.
Yeah, you know, for us, our main goal is to make the Olympics. So every game, you know, we have to get better as a program. So I think we did that today, and just building that camaraderie moving forward. You know, just learning things as we go every day, and just improving from our mistakes in the past. So we just want to continue to get better.
Thank you, Kyle. We'll start with questions. If you can, please just introduce yourselves and give your affiliation as well.
Mike Gander, Toronto Sun. Hi, Nick.
Hey, Mike.
Did you, 24 three-pointers and 37 assists. I mean, I'm sure you love both numbers, but which one do you like better? Which one were you?
Well, you know, they go hand in hand,
Yeah.
really, but I would always probably take the 37 assists. I think it's great when most of your shots are a good percentage. I think there was only, I don't know, you have to tell me, 7 or 9 shots that weren't assisted for the day, which is great. You know, I think assisted baskets hold up in tough games. Assisted baskets hold up in tournament-style play, et cetera, so it's always a big focus.
Just in the middle here.
Hi, Steve Goldberg with FIBA Basketball. Kyle, I was just wondering, do you hold the family scoring record now for Canada?
What do you mean?
You scored more than your dad?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Probably.
Is that true?
No,
Anybody
that's
know?
why I'm
All
asking.
He was more of a rebounder.
That's your guys'
He
job
was-
to keep track of that. Hold
Yeah.
on a second here.
I thought you were going to hit me with a stat or something.
We'll find out for you.
Yeah.
We'll find out for you.
I'll talk a little smack tonight with him for you.
Coach Andrew Johnston from FIBA TV. Perhaps talk a little bit about the experience of working at this World Cup and what it means for you to have led this group of young men.
Well, it's first of all, it's a great group of guys, right? And we've got to see in the first, group of games here, we got to see a couple of the best teams in the world play, right? We had to go head to head with Australia and Lithuania, both teams that would on a good run have a chance to get a medal in this tournament. So it's been very educational on that front. We've got to learn how to be able to hold up against the physicality of some of the teams and the depth of some of those teams. And for me, I'm getting to learn this team, right? And I think we've played some really good basketball for the whole 5 weeks we've been together. We've played some really good basketball. We've had some disappointing moments as well, but we've played a lot of good basketball, and we just need to continue to extend those times of good basketball out and learn how we can maximize our roster.
Front.
Kyle, Mike Ganner, Toronto Sun again. 7 for 9 from 3. I couldn't help but see last night you were talking about Shanghai being lit. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, in our generation, it means we like the city. So lit is a good word. So yeah, no, we love it here so far. Yesterday I was trying to stay awake because I was pretty tired from the trip over here. So we were walking around and the streets were pretty lit. So
It's good.
We got one more in the back here.
Hey, Coach, Christopher Johnson from Global Light Magazine. When we look at the cohesion of teams like the Czech Republic, Serbia, these guys have been playing together since they were kids, and it seems like they play for each other. They want to support their buddies, win or lose. How are you going to build that long term in Canada when you've got such a big country? You got guys coming from Vancouver, maybe from Toronto area or whatever. What's your thinking long term about how to build that kind of cohesion?
Well, I think the biggest thing is I think we need an introduction. Some of the guys need an introduction to the national team, right? I think the guys that are here right now have all played a little bit, continue to grow as they stay together. But some of the guys, they need to see, I don't know, I guess they need to find out why or why not they're why or why not they're going to play or commit to play. And if they're going to play, then it needs to be, like you said, a 5 or 6 year stretch. Because I think that, you could do something special with a group of guys that stick together for 5 or 6 years. And I think I don't know, I see it as a really interesting, unique time in Canada basketball. The talent's really pouring out. The young talent continues to pour out. The Raptors had a pretty good season. The fan base is, the people are interested all over the country in basketball. I think it's an important time for a group of 6, 8, 10 guys to stick together for 5 or 6 years.
One last one here.
Yeah, along with you were saying there, Coach, how would you do, you have a number of guys who have been there for Canada a lot through the qualifying, and they're here, benefiting from the work they did to get them here, whereas like the U.S. had Derek White's the one player who played in qualifying. How would you characterize the value of like Corey Joseph and, especially Corey as kind of captain Canada, to this team and what he means to the program? I like that from both of y'all, please.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, kind of like one thing Coach said is just building the cohesion, and even for myself as a player, I didn't really know what to expect because we brought in a new coach, and with that comes a new system. If we have to play next year, guys like Corey, Kem, me, like we know the system now. We feel comfortable in it, and it's just getting as many guys into the system to buy into a long stretch, and that's parts comes from us players getting everyone together, and then. Guys like that are invaluable. They've played at the highest level. Corey's played in NBA, international experience. So when you got talent like that, it's really vital for our team's success. And it's just fun being. I'm really honored to be here, and hopefully moving forward we can just continue to build on these successes.
Yeah, I would say that Corey's obviously one of our most talented players, and he's been around for a long time. I think that's the combination we're looking for is the guys that right at the top of their profession to commit to the national team like Corey's done. And the bottom line is the guy can really guard and defend some of the best players, and he can score buckets, and especially buckets late in the shot clock and late in the game. So the few things that he does, let alone play every year, but the way he plays and the abilities as he has is really important to our team.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thanks a lot.